you have to find it within yourself. If I've got to tell you to get up, and I've got to tell you to go to work, and I've got to tell you to do everything, then until that person stops telling you, you're never going to be able to achieve anything. So that's the best piece of advice I've been given, is find it within yourself to be motivated. You've been blessed with a brain, heart for emotions, spiritual connections.
Left hook head, left hook body. Good, body head. Good, and again.
So connect with like the positive forces in the world and find motivation to try and achieve something while you're here.
That's just under 2 weeks left before Anthony Joshua steps in against Jake Paul and sends shockwaves through the boxing world. AJ isn't just preparing, he's locked in, pushing every limit and polishing his craft like a master at work.
I would say there's a saying that a happy fighter makes a dangerous fighter, in the sense that if you put them in the right environment and their brain is receptive of what they're being taught, they're going to be more in tune with what they're going through. So I'm actually like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
That's his mindset in everything he does, whether it's training, whether it's work, whether it's helping other people. He just always wants to go that extra yard.
That's it, and again. Good, and again. Good, 2 more. 1 more of them.
Meanwhile, in Spain, he's tapped into the same razor-sharp discipline that defined Usyk's camp, polishing every step, tightening every combination, and adopting that calm, calculated rhythm that separates the good from the truly elite. His improvement is unfolding right before our eyes.
I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really like, I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate. I'm hungry. And I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So I'm confident.
This isn't some light training camp or just another warm-up. Joshua is sharpening every edge, thinking faster, moving cleaner, reacting smarter. He's adding new layers to his skill set while locking in on the mission with absolute focus. As the noise grows louder and the spotlight intensifies, Ajay's plan stays simple: evolve, adjust, and show up more dangerous than ever.
Fighters will have a silent agreement where it's like, all right, you're not going to punch, I'm not going to punch. And we're just looking at each other. I'm not that kind of fighter. I'm going to be putting pressure on you even when you're not punching. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that type of pressure. And it takes a seasoned type of athlete to know how to deal with that. And boxing is not just the punches you see, it's the feinting, it's the distance, it's the, oh my God, through that jab. Yeah, the intangibles. It's going to be really interesting to see how he deals with the intangibles in it.
And if the version of Joshua we're seeing in camp shows up on fight night, trust me, the whole arena is going to feel different. Just when it seems like his work in Spain, with all that elite technical polish, has the story already set. Ryan Garcia and his crew jump in and flip the conversation into a full-blown chaotic debate that sounds like a midnight boxing show running on pure caffeine.
He loses to AJ. Where does he go from here? You know, like, who does he fight? You're gonna go back down to 135?
The problem is not that he loses to AJ. The problem is the way he's gonna lose to AJ might be life changing.
Right.
You know, so that's the real issue.
It could be life changing in many ways, right?
Yeah.
You know? See what he did in Nagano? You know, it's like. But then again, like, if he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. Nobody really expects anything. So
Sime, sitting here just like you, listening to them argue back and forth, thinking, are we really in a universe where people are seriously entertaining a Jake Paul miracle moment? They're talking chaos, fate, once-in-a-lifetime shockwaves. And honestly, it's both hilarious and weirdly stressful. One side sees this as a perfectly executed masterclass in preparation, while the other is crafting a what if the impossible happens movie trailer. That contrast alone is pure entertainment.
Different ball game, and when Jake gets hit by Anthony, like, do we even know how he can react to a big punch yet? We don't. He's never even got hit yet, like in a real fight. He's never taken a real punch. So that's what I'm saying. What do we think about, like, oh yeah, like AJ shot and, you know, he's getting knocked out a lot. But what about you? how are you gonna react when that big shot hits you? You think you're gonna just snap back into it and know what to do? No.
You can feel the blend of respect, disbelief, and nervous laughter hanging in the air. That's the real magic of this matchup. We're watching confidence crash into reality hype, colliding with years of experience. Every voice in the room sounds half serious, half prepared for a plot twist ripped straight from a boxing drama. But one thing is certain, whether you're calm, stressed, or expecting a once-in-a-generation shock.
You're locked in.
And so am I, because this isn't just a fight, it's a heavyweight soap opera wrapped in gloves.
If Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, it would be the biggest upset in the history of sports.
In the history of sports, correct?
Not just boxing, in sports.
Bro, and
that'd be
Jake Paul,
crazy.
bro, we'll never hear the end of it, ever. It'll be over. Jake Paul will be the great.
Just as we're absorbing Joshua in Spain, grinding like a man on a mission, perfecting every edge under elite guidance, the conversation suddenly jumps into full Joe Rogan mode. The vibe shifts from focused preparation to what timeline are we even in? Energy. I'm sitting here thinking the exact same thing. Joe's probably imagining. This fight feels like someone pressed the random button on a boxing simulator and didn't even check the settings.
Basically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his league.
We've got AJ showing up calm, dialed in, locked on, while Jake Paul's name ignites this mix of disbelief and curiosity. And let's be real, we're all secretly hooked by just how bold this matchup is. Joshua isn't treating this like a casual stroll in the park. Add Joe's stunned commentary, and it feels like the calm before a storm you can't stop watching. Confidence meeting credibility in the most unexpected handshake ever. And the best part? Joe's breakdown has that I can't believe I'm saying this, but here we are energy.
They got him to weigh a grade of 245. That's only like 7 pounds less.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
and there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't going to matter. You know, there's not a chance that Anthony Joshua is not going to just lose the weight beforehand. He's not going to come in drained. What he's going to do is just do extra cardio, and that's just going to make him more dangerous. He's going to be terrifying, and he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry.
This is the kind of moment that makes you lean in, double check if what you're seeing is real. Everyone listening is thinking, is this going to be a masterclass in discipline or total chaos that rewrites group chat history forever? There's no middle ground. The size difference, the experience gap, the collision of worlds, it's like a blockbuster trailer. Each frame packed with tension, drama, and wildly questionable decisions, all wrapped in expensive gloves. We try to stay logical, but logic left the room the second this matchup became real. Now, we're just along for the ride, waiting to see if it becomes a defining performance or a headline that breaks the internet. And the craziest part? No matter what side you're on, you're glued to it. When even Joe Rogan sounds half shocked, you know the thrill isn't slowing down anytime soon.
I think there's any chance in the world, knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at, he's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, you know, and that's what he's going to try to do to Jake Paul. And anything other than that, if from a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua, will make us all think it's a fixed fight. Whether or not Joshua can do it, whether or not, I mean, Jake Paul shocks the world and shows us that he really does know how to box really well and moves really good and uses his jab and blows us all away with a strategy and a lot of footwork.
Just when Joe has you teetering between disbelief and popcorn mode, Chael Sonnen steps in like the ultimate mythbuster calm, confident, part lecture, part roast. He methodically dismantles the "this fight won't happen" crowd, speaking directly to those comment section warriors who type "mark my words" with Olympic-level certainty. The point is clear. This isn't some imaginary headline. It's big money, big egos, and massive stakes colliding live. And the funniest part? The mental rewind. If Jake backs out, who exactly is he scheduling a board meeting with? Chael turns that question into a philosophical comedy bit. And we're all watching the internet debate a man who treats common sense like a finishing move.